Hope you're all doing very well, and allow me to share myself exploring and creating some of the activities I can find on my course on Moodle. So the first thing I'd like to tell you is you need to go here and you need to edit mode before you start adding sections to your course and setting your course. So edit mode, and then we go to the sections. The sections, as you see here of the course, they take by default the names topic 1, topic 2. You see this plus sign, you click on it to add more sections. By default is gonna be topic 3, topic 4. Let me go to topic 1 to see how I'm gonna set it up. Topic 1 here, I need to click on these three dots first to edit the section. Click edit the section, then I'm gonna change the name. I click custom first, then here I give it a name, like maybe this is maybe the orientation of my course. Let me call it orientation. Then I'm gonna give a summary about the course here. This course, blah 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 blah. I finish my summary about the course and everything. Then I'm gonna set this part as I need, the font color, the background color, if I wanna add a color to the background. Okay. And of course, I don't want to restrict it because this section especially will be open for all the students, and then I save the changes. Now I have a new section with the name of orientation. Now I need to include an activity inside this orientation section. So I'm gonna click on add an activity. And here you see I start some activities because I feel like I'm gonna use them often. So you have two tabs here. The first one for activities, the second one is for resources. I'm gonna use some activities every time, then I can start them as you see. I'm gonna use the chatting for uh, um, mostly I'm gonna use maybe Zoom meeting here. I started, so I'd like to say any activity you need to start, you can start the quizzes I need to use. Okay, anything I need to use most often, I can start it here, and you see this tab that appeared to start, and it makes it easier for you to go to start and you choose the activity you're gonna insert. Okay, let me go back to activities because I need to insert a forum here. A forum. I'm gonna write the forum name. The forum name may be support forum. That's where students might drop their questions or their feedback about the course and everything they need to share. And we spoke before about all these tools. So we can use them. We can insert here descriptions using the images, insert the videos, insert the links, and everything. Then I'm gonna set the settings here. Availability, if I wanna set a due date for this forum. I can also here decide whether the students can use attachments or not. If I feel I don't wanna give them this permission, then I might choose uploads are not allowed. And then the maximum number of the attachments. And for me, I'd make it like 2 or something, no more than this, according to the course section. So then subscription, if I want to change anything about it. Discussion looking, if I want to close the discussion, look the discussion. This is something I don't want to do, of course. Then ratings. If I'm making this forum for ratings, this is a rating forum. I might call it ratings, and then here in this section, I might choose that the rating will be maybe maximum rating. Then I make it points, not a scale, and the points are 100, for example. Okay, here restrictions, if I want to restrict, common module settings, tags, if I want to add tags, competencies, and then save and display. Now, what did I do? I added a forum to my section. Okay, so any student can add a discussion topic now. Right. Back to my section, which is orientation. I'm gonna move to the next section, which is topic 2, and I wanna do the same with it. And let's move to topic 2. Topic 2 here still has the name topic 2, so as I said before, we need to click on these 3 dots and edit section. Edit section, we're gonna click custom and change it to maybe after the orientation, I'd like to give it maybe task 1. Before we start, I have a task just to prepare them. So I'd like to tell him about this task, maybe download, for example, of course, download the worksheet, and make a summary of the first 2 paragraphs, whatever. And then when I finish, I'm gonna do the same and save the changes. Now my next section is ready for adding more activities. What activities can we add? Let's see. The good thing about this part is when you see any activity and you have no idea about it, you might click on this eye, which is here, because clicking on the eye will give you more information about it. So maybe I find a choice and I don't know what is it, then just clicking on the eye will take me to a full description about this activity and how can I use it. So later on you might want to try these. You might try each one and you see how it works, especially we have some nice things here like games. So let's read them. We have this first activity, we have assignments, we have attendance, we have big blue button, chatting, which I'm gonna use. You might insert a checklist, a choice, custom certificate database, debates, diaries, external tools, games, crossword puzzle game. What is this game? I don't know, so let's read about it. This game is like a crossword, but the answers are hidden inside a random cryptics. So I might want to choose this. I might want to try it. Forums, which I'm gonna need to use every time. I might create a support forum like the one I used in the first section. I might also use another forum here, a discussion forum. It might be a support forum or a discussion forum from here. And I might insert maybe a Zoom meeting or a workshop or any activity like this. Let's say I'm gonna insert a quiz. Of course, I will not start with a quiz in my course, but let's say this section takes a quiz. I'm gonna give it a name of maybe quiz 1 and write a summary of this here. Okay, and then I set the timing for this activity, the grade for this activity. How is the grade will be for the activity? The layout, new page every question or every 2 questions or whatever. Because this is a quiz, so it has some specific settings. The question behavior, whatever, you might discover all these or try all these settings according to the activity, then save and display. And I can also add a forum for each activity. Now take me back to my course here. Okay, this is my course now. Orientation, task 1. I'm gonna do the same. Maybe I add more and more activities or resources after this. Now I'm gonna move to the settings of my course. Here are the settings if I want to change any one of these settings here. About files and uploads, for example. Maybe I decide that the size might not be more than 10 KB. Okay. The course format, the appearance of the course, in which language, groups. Completion tracking here. I want to be tracking or not. Of course I want to be tracking, and then I save and display. Very important that within my course I go here to more and I decide the course completion, how it's gonna be. So if I want to enable them to manually self-complete, but I don't want this. I want them to, the completion might be courses complete only when all conditions are met. I make sure this is the thing I put here. The course is complete when all conditions are met. Okay, and then I might also do any changes here and save. So the course completion here is very important. Right now I'll go to any of my activities here, maybe the orientation. I'd like to add a restriction, only one restriction to this activity. How can I do this? This is the activity forum, so let's add a restriction to the activity. This is the forum. Okay. And I'd like to edit the settings. So I'm gonna go to the settings of the forum again and try to go to restrictions here. Restrict access, add restrictions. What kind of restrictions do you want to add? The activity completion, you want to put require students to complete or not complete another activity before they complete this one, maybe, this one I'd like to use. Maybe you put restrictions on the date, you put restrictions on the grade, user profile, restriction set. So I choose whatever restriction I add, maybe activity completion. It must be marked complete first before they move to the next one. Or it must be marked with pass grade, whatever. Then I'm gonna save and display. I also might want to go to the activity completion here of this activity, and I decide that the students can manually know. I don't want it to be manually marked themselves. I want it to show the activity as complete only when conditions are met. And I can require as many posts as I want. I click on it and I change the number. Maybe I decide 2 posts or whatever, then I save and display. Thank you so much.